went down and joined the army, but John and Earl didn't pass. I passed. But they told me I couldn't go in combat on account I had a bad left eye. So I was, oh man, come on, let me go with my company. So they let me go with my company. My company, the whole company was transferred out of the 9th Armored Division to the 133rd Combat Engineers. And from England, we went in for D-Day. We landed D-Day on Omaha Beach. So they told us to fall back, and we fell back behind a battleship to Texas and sat behind it. It fired all day and on the beach, and it could only fire in 35 miles. And after he reached his limit, he pulled out and they gave us orders to come in. So we pulled up, our boat pulled right up to the beach to where the bottom hit the sand. We come out in about 6 feet of water. Well, the driver and the sergeant had the water up to their chin. But we was in the back of the truck, so we never got our feet wet even. And we went right on in, went up the cliff, but they had thousands of men laying out there that was wounded and dead. Kids are armed for help, and you couldn't stop and help them. Once you started out that boat, you had to keep moving. But I don't think them boys should have had a full field pack on and the rifle to come off them boats, because some of the boats got scared. They wouldn't come in far enough when they stepped off the boat. They went down in water over their head. That was it. They told you when you hit the water, keep on going, don't stop. We were putting up a bridge the day before I got captured. And I was on the lead part with a rollie. A sniper shot at me, and he hit the bridge, and the bullet ricocheted and hit me here. And a piece hit me up here, and I didn't even know I was hit. You know, I seen all the blood, and the lieutenant said, you got to go to the medics. So the next morning, we were supposed to meet up with the 133rd Combat Engineers. And we got back to the camp. The lieutenant said, not the lieutenant, the lieutenant colonel said, well, since you're all so good, you're all going back out on this mission. We're supposed to have a 3-day rest period. So we went out on the mission, and we got captured. After two of the engineers didn't carry much ammunition, we only carried what you had on your belt. And I had a 50 caliber machine gun with 2 boxes of ammunition, but that don't last long. After 2 hours, within about 40 minutes or so, the Germans, we ran out of ammunition, the Germans captured us. And we went on to the prison camp. It took us 4 days to get to the prison camp. And we worked in Munich while in a camp in the railroad yards repairing the tracks. Or we worked on a farm. We worked on a farm, the old German ladies would feed us potatoes and cabbage, soup and that. We were treated pretty good there, but in the camp we wasn't treated worth a damn. My shoes wore out about a month before we were liberated. I had to wrap my feet with newspaper and burlap sacks. The workers, they gave me an old pair of wooden shoes. They wasn't cleaned out good. They was full of little splinters, and they would go up under my toenail, and I couldn't wear them. Well, the day before I was liberated, the German officer come out there and said the SS was setting up to kill all American prisoners that were in the camp. Well, it was on a Saturday morning, Sunday morning. General Patton and 2 other tanks come through the fence and liberated us. Well, where'd they get it? They put up the big tents and that, and they give us, well, they take 3 baths. They give you a clean set of clothes. And they deloused you. You went and sat out there for 2 hours, and you went back and took another bath. Give you another clean set of clothes and sprayed you with this delousing powder. And the 3rd time you went in there, you finally got to keep your clothes. And the next morning, the lieutenants, they brought us something to eat, but they wouldn't give you a second. They gave you a certain amount to eat because we didn't eat for 8 months good. So the lieutenant said, well, the planes are going to land tomorrow morning and start shipping out of here. And we stayed there under quarantine for 30 days before we was able to ship home. I left there on the 1st, June the 1st, and arrived in New York on the 12th of June. And I was home for about the 15th to the 16th of June. We only got discharged because the federal government put an order out that all POWs would be automatically discharged. So when I came home and I went back to work for Uncle Charlie running drag lines, bulldozers and stuff.
Would you say that it was difficult for you to adjust once you got out?
Sometimes I can't talk about it. I couldn't go to school and talk about it because I'd start crying. And when I got home, I was drunk, and I got off at Carrollton Avenue. Went in the ballroom there. I knew the man that was running the ballroom. And I asked him for a nickel to call home to get my uncle to come pick me up. And he said, no, I want him to put you in the cab and send you home. So when I got home, I was talking to my mother, and there's a young kid with my uncle and his sister, and the little boy is about 14 years old. And I was talking to Mom, oh, you the yellow son, he said, put your gun down and ran, huh? And I took off after him. And I couldn't catch him, so I walked back up to the highway. I lived on a corner there. I walked up to the highway and went in the ballroom. And here's these German POWs, and they were nice, clean uniforms on, shine shoes, clean shaved, haircuts, dancing with the American girls. I knew the man behind the bar. I said, what the hell? I said, we couldn't have a bath for 8 months. I said, when they asked us to have a bath, it was in a damn gas chamber. I said, yeah, these guys are all dressed up. They don't look messed up to me. I said, and I had a bunch of young boys that was training here at Camp Plowshare. They started asking me questions, and the bartender called in Pete. He said, we'll take this man home before he starts a ride there with these German prisoners. So he brought me home. I didn't go up there for about 3 weeks. I stayed at home. I was pretty lucky. I made it back home. Plenty of day I didn't think I was going to make it back home. But this here, the Frenchman read it to me. Let's read a part of it there. Let's see what.
At a ceremony held in mid-December, longtime Old Jefferson resident Warren J. Osterly, 90, received the French Legion of Honor Medal from the French government in recognition for his service as a United States Army soldier during the World War II Allied landing on the beaches of Normandy, France.